That didn't work. The collection plate was empty.
Let's get a fuse and more dry ice. Dry ice first. I got some fuse.
Looking at the fuse box, it was clear to see why the barrel lift no longer moved. The fuse had blown, taking the small glass cover with it. With questionable regard for my own safety,
Every step I take, that place gets better decorated, and I don't like it.
I needed to. If flickering lights were what would scare, I turned the dial to redirect the electricity through the faulty fuse.
Boss! The lights are flickering!
That's gotta be a coincidence.
Or a sign of ghosts!
What did you say the third sign of paranormal activity was, Morris?
The tolling of a bell!
If the tolling of a bell was the third sign of ghostly activity, it was time to ring in the witching hour.
The bell!
A chill in the air. Flickering lights. The tolling of the bell.
Do you think it's...
Ghost! Run for your life! Start, you blasted car!
Why are we not moving, Musket?
Because out of that long line of automobiles on Delancey Street, you decided to steal something less reliable than a politician's promise! Start, you rust bucket!
It started, Musket.
There we go. And now, we floor it.
We crashed, Musket.
I can see that we crashed, Morris. Well, there's only one thing we can do.
What's that, boss?
Run for our lives!
I wonder if it's the last I'll see of those two. The car was cheap. Jalopy is right. The thing smashed to pieces. I would take this.
Picked up the starter crank from the jalopy seat.
Just gonna steal everything I can from this car. Eh.
I didn't need to drive the car.
I don't think you can drive the car.
The stitching was too tight to undo with my hands.
I do own a knife.
Deciding the jalopy was so beat up that a little more damage wouldn't be noticed, I cut open the stitch. I pulled the spring. I decided to leave the collection.
Damn.
I didn't need any.
You don't need any more rum now.
The window is even more beautiful in person, adorning the altar below it like a crown. And that's when I noticed something. Below the window was a cross-shaped indentation in the wood that made me think something was missing. Taking the book, I realized it was an old Bible with a thicker layer of dust than a nudist's summer wardrobe.
What? I know someone's missing their Bible.
Just print already! Of course this happens right now.
Maybe this will help?
What do you think you're doing?
I fixed it for you.
I'm going to need to recalibrate the whole thing now.
No need to say thank you.
You're lucky. There's something fishy about you, Murphy McCallan. I can smell a story on a person like rotten eggs in an egg salad. And currently it's the 4th of July summer picnic and someone forgot to put the bowl in the refrigerator last night.
What?
I picked up the freshly printed sheet of paper. It was a typesetter's calibration sheet.
Oh, I'm keeping this. I'm sure that will work as a spirit board. It has all the things. Hey, I got a Bible for you, Foreskin.
Is this the Bible you've been looking for?
My word! That it is, my boy! Oh, where did you find it?
In the church.
Fallen down the side of a cabinet back in St. Juniper's church.
People do say they find faith in the most unexpected places, but down the side of furniture is certainly one of the most common.
Yeah.
I'm most indebted to you. Is there anything I can give you to show my appreciation?
Actually, I did have my eye on that crucifix you're wearing.
Ah, are you looking for spiritual guidance, my child?
Absolutely. Particularly if it guides me to something hidden in St. Juniper's church.
Then I shall give it to you with my deepest thanks. Let it guide you to where you want to go.
Good evening, Father Foskett.
Hello again, my child.
Do you know anything about the sanctuary crypt?
Oh, I certainly do. History is a bit of a passion of mine. When Devil's Rock was first colonized, the only inhabitants were the monks of the church and the soldiers of the fort. The monks provided luxuries like woven blankets, carved utensils, and certain brewed drinks. In return, the fort defended the monks from raids.
By pirates?
Yes, but also by the European powers in the Caribbean. Their final line of defence was a hidden escape tunnel. According to legend, the fort had a beacon atop its tallest tower. If it was lit, the light would shine through the church's rose window, and the monks could open a secret passage and retreat to safety.
How did they open the secret passage?
Now, there's a mystery. I spent decades in that church and never found a trace of it. Of course, the beacon was never lit while I was there. It hadn't been for hundreds of years.
Would the secret passage still open if the lighthouse was lit?
I can't say I know. Maybe. It would be worth trying. It's an electric light now, of course, but I haven't the foggiest if that would make a difference.
Who installed the electric light on top of the fort?
That was Cecil Belmore. He was blessed with electrical ingenuity. I was told the lighthouse needed to be upgraded to handle the ship traffic coming into Deadnettle for the Belmore Trading Company.
I best be heading off.
May God be with you. What a relief! My Bible returned to me. Why, if I hadn't gotten it back, we would have had to cancel the wedding.
Glad I was muted. I said something very rude very quickly.
I filled the bottle. Avast, mateys! Shiver me timbers! 'Tis a pleasure to make your acquaintance, me hearties. Yo-ho!
What on earth are you talking about? I think your lighthouse might have lured in a loon, Moot.
I thought you were captains. Isn't this how captains talk?
Not outside of Treasure Island.
The dry ice clattered into the metal window box. I poured the contents of the bottle onto the dry ice, and immediately it started to evaporate, filling the area with mist. Good evening.
It's about
You have?
darn.
No.
You're a captain. They give you a free pair.
Are you?
I was. Hello? Now I'm the island's.
Look, there's fog outside the window.
I can't see any.
Maybe if you just stand up, you'll definitely see it. He looked at me like I'd served surf and turf to a vegetarian. You're not getting out of your chair, are you?
Nope.
Is there a way into the fort?
Not without. You know the reason for them to keep people?
Can you turn?
I don't know. As far as I
How come you're not?
have with a lighthouse.
If only lighthouses had some way of warning you they were there. The lighthouse keeper's nostrils huffed like a bull about to charge at a matador.
After I crashed the ship, I lost my job with the Belmore Trading Company. What's more, I was taken off the Belmore wedding guest list. Life's been one disappointment after another ever since. I used to be a king of the waves. Now I'm a bigger wreck than my ship.
I better be off.
So long,
Good evening, Captain Moot.
if you say so.
How did you not see the lighthouse?
I was busy at the time.
But you managed to keep your...
In a manner, the cap after.
Then
Anyway, if the
What's wrong with...
black
You?
once I'm a cavi. Oh,
I take it...
it, no,
So you weren't...
no year. I was what?
You never asked.
Yeah, who would
A little late
Why did...
because she.
Isn't it...
lucky?
Because the whole... lie. If you'd...
Yo,
I better be...
so long.
While I was trapped on Devil's... I could see the mist billowing up just beyond the frame, but it was clear that a draft from in... I flicked the switch, turning off the ceiling fans, and watched as the mist outside stopped being blown into the night air and instead began to fall into the club.
Waiter.
I told you, I don't work here.
Do you know how to work a lock at least?
Sure I do.
Right. Well, the fog's coming in, and someone needs to switch on the lighthouse light. I would do it myself, but that fort's danker than the inside of a sailor's trousers. Use this key to unlock the gate, then turn on the light with the switch on the ramparts. Think you can handle that?
I'm on it.
Well, the fog's gone, but I can't be asked.
The skeleton hung even from down on the...
I wonder if there's anything else I can steal from the conservatory.
Do you mind if I borrow
Oh, go right ahead. It's funny, even when things are dead, they can still cause trouble. Just look at us ghosts.
Foreshadowing.
Welcome back.
I found something that could be used as a spirit board.
Yes, that will work. Even if it will take a lot of concentration on my part. Cecil Belmore, we now implore, where do you rest forevermore? I sense a hidden place, a laboratory known only to Cecil, a secret refuge for study and invention, and desperate attempts to reconcile science and the supernatural. But he's been followed. Unknown to Cecil, someone lies in wait in the darkness and is about to look at the painting. Cecil's body lies in a hidden laboratory, and you must find it. Cecil never told anyone where he conducted his work, but in happier times he created a treasure hunt for his brothers, were they ever to seek him out. That is your lifeline, Murphy. Follow the trail of clues to reach that laboratory. I sense the first clue lies in Cecil's bedroom.
I'd already carried a shrunken head around earlier that night. I didn't want to start a trend by lugging around other unnerving abominations. And I especially didn't want this one talking to me. The apparatus looked like the handiwork of a mad scientist.
Okay, but what can I steal?
The bag was empty of everything but papers covered in an unintelligible scrawl. I searched through the pockets of the lab coat.
I then said fuck it and took the lab coat.
To my surprise, I found something, a small silver coin. There was nothing else.
Looks like I might be rebuilding my Gree in the future. Oh. Away, Sebastian.
From the fort ramparts, I had an unobstructed view across the entire southeastern coast of the island. Cliffs and crags, waves and water, and an endless horizon.
Jeez, I hope no ships come by.
The cannon looked like it might still work. If it did, I knew from that evening's previous experience with firearms that 5 steps were required: gunpowder, shot, ramrod, aim, fire. I took a handful of the spilled gunpowder. Walking into the church, I was presented with the sight of the stained glass window illuminated beautifully by the lighthouse beam. They lined up perfectly. The crucifix slid smoothly into the indentation, like the final piece in a jigsaw puzzle. Pressing the button, I noticed something had changed in the stained glass window. Whatever mechanical process it used was a mystery to me, but pressing the button caused the panes of glass to tilt ever so slightly, so that the white light from the fort was split into 4 different colors that seemed to dance around the window.
That was fun.
As soon as the plates in the stained glass window clicked into place, forming a translucent cross at the center, I heard a rumble behind me, the sound of antique machinery somewhere beneath the stone floor. The uneven stone staircase descended beneath the church into a dark, narrow tunnel. The passageway twisted far away from the church, finally emerging in a round room lit only by a pale shaft of moonlight filtering through a narrow hole above. Tombs surrounded me in solemn silence. I had found the sanctuary crypt. I needed to know what was on the other side of that wall, and this was a situation that called for some straightforward destruction.
Where do you get your vests, Murphy?
I examined the skeleton for clues, but only his key seemed of any value.
Nice clothes, though.
You're
Hi,
free now,
Yardley.
Yardley. He can't keep you imprisoned anymore.
So you are the mortal who is trying to find the lost treasure of Belmore Manor before me.
Rackham.
You know who I am. Surely you must also know that you have started down a foolish path. It will only end in your death, Murphy McCallan.
I know all about your plan, Rackham.
My plan will succeed with or without your interference. I'm afraid you're making a terrible mistake, McCallan. For your own sake, I suggest you leave this island for good.
Never. Whether you like it or not, I'm part of this story now, too.
Also,
Don't
the time's
let it
out.
be
I'm doing a
said
job.
I didn't warn you. If you're so interested in being friends with the dead, perhaps it's time you joined them. Just as Yardley Belmore was entombed alive, so shall you be.
Rackham's spell had transported me somewhere I couldn't immediately place. I was lying down, my arms pinned to the side of me, my hands only able to feel the grain of the wooden boards to the sides and above and below me. And then I heard the noise, something thudding on the boards above me. That's when I realized I was being buried alive. Help! Help me, I'm stuck in here!
Who's saying that?
Down here! I'm inside the coffin, I need you to get me out.
You're in the coffin?
Yes!
Pull the other one. Do you think I'm falling for that again?
Wait, what? Really? I'm trapped in here.
I don't know how you're doing it, but I don't believe you. You can't fool old Edgar 3 times with that prank. Ugh, these tourists are gonna be the death of me.
The death of him? It seemed like my earlier escapades had come back to bite me in the behind. If I was going to get out, I needed to prove I was down there. It was time for some outside-the-box thinking.
Well, it worked last time.
By the time I finished drilling my way out with the... I fumbled in my pockets and took out the screw. With each crank, Hey! Could you get me out of here?
Murphy? What are you doing down there?
Trying to not be down here.
I'll go fetch a ladder. Don't go anywhere.
Where do you think I could go? Before I'd even reached the top of the ladder, Edgar had fled to the safety of his shack, far away from the grave where he'd inadvertently tried to bury me. But one good thing had come out of it. Now I had Yardley's key. looked to the bottom of the grave. I didn't need to climb. Good evening, Edgar.
Ah, blast it. Not again. I go all night as the only one in this cemetery with a pulse. Then here you are bringing me 2 steps closer to losing it. What do you want now?
Just taking a look around. It's peaceful here.
It was.
There's a dead body over at Belmore Manor hanging from a tree.
So, what do you want me to do about it?
Shouldn't you bury it?
If it manages to wander its way over here, I'll bury it. Until then, I'm not stepping foot onto the Belmore estate. I've heard the stories about the Phantom, and I'm not risking my shut-eye to rescue a cadaver from a tree like some stuck kitten.
Do you know who the hanged man is?
Beats me, but from what I've heard, it's been there ever since that wedding night.
I found a way into the sanctuary crypt.
You got yourself in there? I thought that place was closed up tighter than a jar of pickles dipped in superglue.
I certainly did. The pattern on the entrance was a clue to a secret passage from the church.
Well, I'm envious, Murphy. That's the kind of place I can only dream of ending up.
A dank old crypt?
For some, but I see a nice, quiet atmosphere. Plenty of leg room, no nosy neighbors to interrupt your rest. Those skeletons in there don't know how good they have it. It's only us living folk who can actually appreciate it. In my opinion, death's wasted on the dead.
Poor Edgar.
Can you believe you almost buried me alive?
If anybody asks you, that never happened. One word of this gets out, and I'll never be allowed near a coffin again.
I best be running along.
Goodbye.
Hello, my name's Murphy McCallan.
Hello, chum. Looking to hire a ferry?
Maybe?
Then come set sail with Crab Macready, when a ferry's really what you needy.
Crab's breath hit my face like a custard pie, a cloud of air reeking of cigarettes and stale beer.
Look, here's a promotional flag, so you can keep me in mind.
I'll treasure it.
Now, I can take you anywhere on the coast. Where are you looking to head to? Do you have a partner or an illicit liaison in mind? I do a very romantic sunset cruise.
Is this your ferry? It looks like it's held together with spit and glue.
That's right, but rest assured, my spit is remarkably viscous. You find yourself aboard the Creaky Crab 2. I am her captain, Crab Macready. I get most of my business ferrying over to the mainland when the tide's covered up the causeway.
What happened to the Creaky Crab 1?
That's it over there, with its bow peeking out of the water. I was out in the bay last Mardi Gras and looked down into the inky depths. Honest to God, I saw a mermaid staring back at me. I rushed back into Dead Nettle with such fervour I forgot to slow the engine once we reached the docks.
Was it really a mermaid you saw?
Nah, turned out I'd forgot to take my wig off from the costume contest that night, and I'd just seen my own reflection.
Are you a member of the Captain's Club?
Oh, they banned me, those pompous buffoons. That Felix is full of himself.
What happened?
There used to be a club parrot called Squawkin' Hawkins, until he was taken away. Bird napped, I'd say. See, I'm a big bird lover. They're very intelligent creatures, and I used to try to teach him poetry. Well, Felix Greer wasn't having none of that. I think he was getting jealous that the bird had more brains than him. He kicked me out. Well, I got a little upset, like anybody would. Words were exchanged, loudly, and he told me I wasn't welcome back. The cheek of it. Kicking me out when I'm a hard-working captain. That landlubber would get seasick using a washcloth.
Why do you like birds so much?
They're the sailors of the sky, even the ones that can't fly. You tell me, have you ever looked an emu in the eye and not felt a sense of kinship? Seen that look that says it wants to explore beyond the horizon?
I've never imagined an emu thinking anything different to that.
I love anything with a beak, except platypuses. Don't get me started on them. Now, I take it upon myself to look after the feathered friends on this island. Squawking Hawkins now lives on a perch on my balcony. I have a name for every seagull that flies over Dead Nettle. And I look after Doris.
Doris?
Doris the chicken, over at Baxter's Mill.
I'll talk to you later.
Goodbye.
These are complimentary matchbooks for members only.
I am a member.
Oh, yes. How silly of me to forget.
Hello again, Felix.
Hello again, sir.
Crab McCready told me you kicked him out of the club for teaching a parrot poetry?
Yes, that's quite correct.
That doesn't seem very fair.
You didn't hear the poetry. If I may regale you, there was a young man from Bombay. Took the slow boat to China one day. He was pinned to the tiller by a frisky gorilla, and China's a bloody long way.
I see.
Apologies if we're in disagreement about whether that sort of material is appropriate for the Captain's Club.
Nope. Can't argue with that. Very fair conclusion. How's the club tonight?
Buzzing!
That lively, huh?
No, I mean I just had to remove a wasp nest from the gentleman's lavatory.
I best be casting off.
Farewell, Captain.
Why am I hearing music? Damn it, it crashed again. Do I have too many tabs again? One sec. Just realized you're still here, so menu stuff. Hopefully that fixes it.
I scanned the
Didn't Brian have a necklace like this? I need to check.
Abigail's ghost was once again back in her bedroom, now fully consumed by the wicked spell Rackham had trapped her in. The minutes left before he married her were falling away like dominoes. Abigail wasn't wearing the other half of the necklace, but the necklace I was carrying exactly matched the one around the neck of the bride's reflection. This must have belonged to the sailor. It was time to reunite it with its other half. As the reflection disappeared back into the mirror, I looked at the dresser and saw that something had been left behind. A small ivory comb. I didn't think Abigail...
Yoink. Now this is just something I recall being able to do as a kid.
Remembering my childhood days, I wrapped the tissue paper around the comb to form a rudimentary kazoo.
Yay! My memories and remember dumb shit again. Or prepared for that, regardless. If it crashes again, I'll just call it there. Because that might mean I need to reset my computer, and that's annoying. That's an annoying thing to do. Speak of the devil, god damn it. Right. I'm gonna take it as a sign that I just need to fully accept my computer, but that's gonna take a bit. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys Monday for Detective Grimoire, Tuesday for a different detective game, and Thursday for more of this, which is also a detective game. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good rest of your day. Hope you guys stay safe. See you then.